listening to Buffer Buddies episode 105, and this is Hook, and I'm Jared, the pirate boy.
I'm a lost boy, Tiffany boy.
A lost boy?
A lost boy.
Oh, a lost boy.
Yeah. Loft boy. IKEA loft boy.
I live in a loft. Yeah. So this is Hook. Not to be confused with Captain Hook or Captain Pan or Peter Hook Boy or any of those movies. This is just Hook, which could be very confusing if you think about it. That could be anything.
Hey, Hook?
It could be when it was like how did it get made? Not how did it get made? How it's made? How it's made? Hooks.
It's edition. A fishing movie, right?
Yeah, or it could be just like they take the metal and they spin it, and then this machine bends into a curve, forming the hook shape. Do
you think that's how hooks are made?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they make it's probably just just one long metal, and then they bend that at some point, and then cut it and bend it, cut and then bend. They don't want you to know. Oh, the hooklamati.
The hookers.
The hookers. That's what they call themselves.
Let's start this movie.
Okay, so can you see this? Yes. Okay, great. You can see. So I also edited. Oh, let's go into some trivia. I also edited this one down to fit our new format. I don't know if I'll do this every time, but I found it not to be too hard to do. So I theoretically could edit these pretty fast, I think, depending on. Again, it was also kind of easy, just like High School Musical, because it was like just High School Musical. I just looked at the waveform most of the time, and when they're singing, they were loud, and when they're not singing, they were not loud. In this one, I just looked for a man in a hat, and it was pretty easy to spot him. So what this movie is Hook. This is the version that I expect, because the movie's Hook. Hook is the main character. I don't understand why there's so much Peter Pan in a movie called Hook. So I cut him all out. It's only scenes with Hook in it, as he is our hero and our main character in this movie. Do you want to guess how long the movie is now? Oh, good, you can't see it.
Do we remember originally?
How long it is normally?
Or yeah, do you remember how?
Let me open that up. It is 2 hours and 21 minutes. Wow, that's long.
2:21. 2:21. I'm gonna say an hour and 9 minutes.
An hour and 9 minutes. Lower.
Oh, 58 minutes.
Ooh, lower.
52 minutes.
Oh, higher.
54 minutes.
Lower.
53 minutes.
Higher.
Wait.
You gotta get the seconds now.
Oh, 53 minutes and 28 seconds.
Oh my gosh, higher.
You can't keep teasing me like this. I can't cope with all these.
I'm trying to help you. You're like so close.
Yeah, but you say, oh, and I feel like I get it and I get excited.
It's so close, that's why.
53, 32.
Higher.
53, 38.
Oh, lower.
I can't. My heart can't take this. This is torture. You don't need to waterboard me to get the launch codes. You just need to tease if I'm getting these guesses correct or not.
But it's just lower.
I already forgot the numbers.
You said 53, 38.
53, 36.
Oh, higher. How could you do that?
53, 37?
Yeah.
Wow. It only took like a bajillion tries.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I was going to teach high school kids this, but no one ever asked me about it.
About guessing?
About guessing. A good way to do it. It's the most, I think it's, oh man, I don't want to say it's the most efficient. It's a very efficient way to guess though. You just keep 1 out of 100, 50, higher, lower, higher, 75, higher. Okay. And you just have it. You just have it every time. It's pretty dang. I can't imagine a faster way when you don't have any information whatsoever. Just half. You'll get there because you'll get there with like a finite amount of guesses, and like worst case scenario is like pretty low still.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So this movie is 53. Also, that's good podcast for people. You're just you guessing. This movie is 53 and 37 seconds long. I'll hit play in like 2 seconds here. I cut out. I didn't realize there was so much in the beginning of the movie. It's like 40 minutes before you even see like Neverland. It's insane. There's a whole High School Musical scene. Anyways, here we go. Here's play.
I guess now that I'm thinking about it, why is it called Hook?
I never understood that. Oh, because this is why we're looking at a hook. The first scene of this movie, of the corrected version. I'm going to call this the correct version.
Maybe it's kind of like a Tangled.
It's like Tangled. What do you mean it's like Tangled?
Like it's the Tangled movie is Rapunzel, but in order to kind of like broaden the audience, they called it.
But Tangled refers to her hair, which is Rapunzel.
Yeah.
But this movie's called Hook, and it has 40 minutes of neither Hook nor Peter Pan in the beginning. Anyways, my corrected version makes a lot of sense. The opening scene is the Hook. The Hook is the main character.
Oh, I see. It's not referring to the character. It's just referring to
the object itself. But I mean,
or
is
maybe
this
not even the object. Maybe just kind of like like a written mechanic, like the hook. What is the hook?
Who is the hook? Are you? Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, what is the hook of the movie? Yeah. And it's the fact that there's a man who wears a hook for a hand.
Yes.
But this is already such a much better opener than the original opener. Like, that was so engaging to me. Because now I'm like, whoa, what is this about?
Yeah,
who's this strange man in like a coat? Oh, what's a little lady? She's very tiny.
She's a fairy.
I don't know that. What's a fairy? I haven't been introduced to this character. I know nothing about this movie.
It's one of those things where they get dropped in. This is the situation you've created, right? You just get dropped right in.
Yeah, it's Shakespearean. It's great.
Yeah.
The steel landing stingray, Captain James
Hook.
If you say the title of the movie a bunch of times, then they'll
show up.
Yeah.
But no one knows how many times because they never said it enough.
That's true.
Could you imagine if it was like, if you say Bloody Mary 837 times, she'll show up, and everyone's like, no, that'll take too long.
So what if you said like, let's make it a more realistic numbers. It's like, stand in front of the mirror, say Bloody Mary 15 times. No. So, like, say Bloody Mary 3 times, she appears. But what if you said it 15 times? Is it like loop around, or as soon as you say it 3 times, she shows up? Or what if you keep like
keep 5 of them show up and then they start fighting each other?
Or do they cancel each other out? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is it like a light switch? Yeah, you say it 3 times, she shows up. You say it 3 more times, she disappears. And you just keep like flicking her on and off.
Yeah, it's kind of like sticky keys, the shift button. If you press it like 5 times or whatever. Does it stop? Like, does she show up after the 5th press, or?
Yeah, is it on the 3rd time that she shows up? Is it after? Is it like after the 3rd time? You have to say it a 4th time to activate the 3.
Or do you say like Bloody Mary, blood, and then like half of her shows up, or like
you say that 3 times, and then the rest of your life you can't say Mary.
Oh. Yeah. I feel like for her though, for Miss Mary, it's kind of like a sneeze that you're trying to get out, but it doesn't.
What was that?
A sneeze.
Yeah.
That you can't sneeze, but it's there, and you're trying to get it out, but it won't come out.
Oh yeah.
It's like that, where she's just like in a constant state of sneeze.
Oh, she's just like waiting. She's just like,
yeah, but it's like yeah, you're trying so hard, and it's like irritating. It doesn't hurt, but it's just irritating.
I hit a button. Starting the movie. Do you know where we left off?
Not there.
Here?
No.
Here?
I can't see anything.
Oh,
That's right, you. Not you. Not
That
This sounds about
good.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
you.
What
It's
if
silly.
what if they're both Robin Williams?
What if they're both Captain Hook?
Oh.
Tell your captain the truth.
What if this is just a battle of hooks?
Oh, say it.
Well, okay, when does Flubber show up?
Yes, you made it.
Oh, never, because he's only in the movie like 15 minutes.
That's
I
right.
really wish we should have done the Flubber only cut of that movie. I don't know why we did it the other way around. That's my biggest regret in my life.
Your biggest regret in your life
Keeps
is
me
watching
up
a
in it.
Flubber movie without any Flubber in it.
Yeah, and it being so long and not realizing we should have done that. It would have been obviously more fun to do the other way around.
It would have been really short.
Hey, I just saw this post. Stop looking for your soulmate. Start looking for your soul, mate.
Hello,
Okay.
children.
Okay, let me. I call that, but I'm gonna raise you. Stop looking for your soulmate. Start looking for your swole mate.
Whoa. And then someone else like, hey, stop looking for your swole mate. Start looking for your swole, mate.
Yeah. And then it goes from stop looking from your swole mate to
Are you?
start looking for your swole Nate, and then addressing only Nathans in the world.
Oh yeah.
Peter,
And then someone's like, yo, stop focusing on other people. I mean, start focusing on yourself and look for your soulmate. And you're like, ah, yes. Now, wait, hold on.
And it's just like an internal loop, and that's what life is, right?
Yeah.
Peter, flogging, flying.
You need to think of other people. Hey, you need to take care of yourself. What is it?
Ordinary.
But you also need to hit the gym and
Yeah,
And
keep
look
yourself
for friends.
healthy. But also,
Yeah.
yeah, you need to socialize. Oh, you need to stop eating bad. You need to go out with your friends. What do you
But you need
want
to
from
find
me?
yourself.
Yeah.
What was the original? What's the original post? I already forgot the lesson that it was trying to teach us.
Stop looking for your soulmate. Look for your soul mate.
You sliced him up during the Tiger Lily incident, remember?
Oh, that's not the best.
Look for you. Well, you can't have a soulmate if you got no soul. That's just smart logic there.
I guess that's true. Step one, I do like how they're, but it's kind of like reverse. They're like, before you do step two, do step one. Why don't they just straight up be like one and then two?
Not this pitiful spineless.
Look for your soul and then look for a soulmate.
Yes.
It's pretty good. He has little tiny glasses, and that's funny.
He can't read.
But they're so tiny, though. They're like almost like you can only look. You can only your vision's only corrected in a very straight line in front of your face. It doesn't.
I want my war.
He wants his war.
Oh, I forgot these kids show up.
Yeah. Well, I think in this movie, I think with the correct cut of this movie, I think he's like a good dad to them, and.
Yes.
Robin Williams is like a absentee father. I know there was something about baseball. There was a play in a baseball game that got cut out where he didn't go to their thing. I don't know.
Oh, I think it was the opposite. I think that Robin Williams wasn't the best.
That's what I'm saying.
And then-
Yeah, he's not good.
I thought you said the opposite.
No. Robin Williams didn't go to like their play or baseball game or something like that. And I'm saying what I meant is Hook is a good father to them. He like teaches them and they become like
That's
smart.
basically Treasure Planet.
Oh, Treasure Planet. I saw that at the El Capitan theater and went to the interactive experience afterwards.
Oh, there's an Oh, yeah. I
You know how
what
they do
theater you're
that?
talking about.
Yeah. I did that.
Oh, how was it?
It was cool. I remember one thing that was interesting is remember that thing at Comic-Con where like you kick the floor and then you could play that game? It was like a projector and I was kicking the first year that we went. It was like that, but you had like a little like golf putter and you had to like play like you defended your planet. It didn't make any sense to the movie, but I remember feeling that's kind of cool. And then never seeing that tech again until like 10, 15 years later and going, honestly, that was actually pretty good for the times. Like that was a pretty good like tech. Like I haven't really seen, that was like basically like the Kinect tech or like that. Have you ever seen that kinetic sand that has like Microsoft, like whatever, like that was pretty cool. And I remember thinking that was cool. And I think I got plastic glow in the dark coins or something like that because the movie's about treasure.
Yeah, but it was also about like his relationship with this man who ultimately betrays him and stuff like that. It was very
good. Like, Daddy, why?
Yeah, pretty much.
Daddy, why you cut my hand off?
There was like a scene where he like that I really remember, and it's him being sad and like because I forgot even the pirate's name, but the pirate has a big belly. Mm-hmm. So when Jim Hawkins gets sad and he puts his head down, it rests on his belly.
I don't remember that. I don't remember the movie at all.
The one scene that I remember the most. It was very sad. It hurt good.
What about that other movie? It's like Aeon Flux or something like that. You remember that? It was also an animated movie. I always get those two confused, Treasure Planet, because I'm like, they're so similar. They're like space.
I didn't
Disney
watch
movies.
The animated one. I think I watched the live action one.
Gentlemen.
That's a live. There's a no. Sorry, not Aeon Flux. It's not that. Oh man, space movie with energy aliens.
Avatar.
Not The Darkest Hour. Wow. Space movie with energy aliens brings up a lot of movies that are not what I want. Animated. Disney. I think it's a Disney. Titan AE. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, I did not watch that.
Oh, really? I remember that being cool.
Was it a movie?
Yeah. Get ready for the human race. That's the tagline. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't remember that at all. The name sounds familiar, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, like humans were like exiled to space because there's these aliens that are pure energy. For some reason was killing them, and so humans are like scattered throughout the space. But I think he finds like a ship that like has like DNA records of like everything from Earth, and then something end of the movie, it deploys on a planet and it starts like terraforming it and like rebuilding Earth. I think that was the movie. I think that's the movie. You know how I know this movie is fake, besides it being an animated movie? It takes place in 3028, like as if we're going to make it that long.
What if Peter Pan was in space?
Space? Yeah, why don't they remake it? Reboot it, but with like space Peter Pan. I guess it's not as cool that he could fly, because everyone's like, yeah, dog, whatever, we all have jetpacks.
It's basically, what's that game that we tried that No Man's Sky, but it's Peter Pan.
Oh yeah, totally. See, look, they shove him off, and then.
What if all the fairies were like aliens with jetpacks?
Oh yeah. Well, I would imagine the fairies would be aliens who could just like hover. They just happen to like have hovering tech.
Oh man, that'd be interesting. Ew, there has to be like some kind of reboot, right?
That would be like I would like that. Peter Pan in space. Googling that.
I know wasn't a author/artist that goes by Brahm, and he rewrote Peter Pan, but as if Peter Pan wasn't like, you know, like Disney style where he's like fun loving and stuff. Like he was kind of like like mischievous, but also like a little bit evil, and so he didn't like kidnap kids, but he like lured them to Neverland to fight in a war. That's all. I mean, didn't read it.
In this movie, Hook wants a war or something like that, so kind of feeling like that. In 2015, there was a movie called Pan.
Yes, and that one was with
it's got 5.7.
Hugh Jackman.
As who?
Hook.
Really? Let me see.
Question mark? Check me.
Yeah, you're right. Blackbeard. Oh, Hook, not Hook. Blackbeard.
Oh, not Hook. Oh.
Hook and Blackbeard are both in this movie, which is weird.
The best Peter Pan adaptation is the one called Peter Pan, and I want to say it was 2008. It's starring Jeremy Sumpter. 2013? 2003.
Wait, yeah, 2003.
Not a step.
Whoa, yeah, Jeremy Sumpter. That one was my favorite Peter Pan movie.
Okay, this is it. Don't try to stop me this time.
Weird.
Me.
Wait, why is Cook going to kill himself right now?
He was just like, I've had enough of being on this stranded on this planet. It's my time to go.
Get up off your ass. Get over here.
Mental health is a serious issue. He should really get some help.
But they don't have any help there.
You're right. They don't even know. They don't even know what germs are.
He shot the sheriff.
The little boat.
I'm sorry. Well, are you some kind of a sadist? I'm sorry. How'd you feel?
He didn't shoot the deputy.
Still looking for this Peter Pan in Space movie. Peter Pan in Space on DeviantArt. Let's check this out. It's all right. It's good, I guess.
It's all over. I'm so tired.
Peter Pan in this photo, it has like a spacesuit and a jetpack, and then the kids are green skinned. And
are they aliens?
Yeah, I guess so. And they don't have a jetpack, which is odd. He's like, only I get it.
To get him where it really would hurt. There must be something I haven't.
That's it. There's only one photo. Let me see.
Oh.
I guess that's cool. What's the story behind this? Peter Pan in Space. Let's see. Done with an iPad Procreate. I love it. What an awesome special adventure this must have been. And then comments. Looks very cool. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. That's the most very good interaction.
Yeah, that's very, like, the internet's never like that.
Published September 26, 2016. 1 view today. That's me. That's it. Nothing else to be said about this piece of art.
What's a good crossover with Peter Pan? Like Little Mermaid, Peter Pan, you know, because all.
I was gonna say, what is that? What is that movie that we watched together and we thought?
Jupiter Ascending.
Not that one, but the one that's like it. So there's a V in the name.
Oh, Valerian.
Valerian. This and Valerian would make it space, I think.
Well, that must hurt.
Let's see. There's an article on New York Times Review. A stranger, sexier version of Peter Pan. It's. I think it's some kind of play. I'm not going to read it. I just like the headline.
Question mark?
You make the little buggers love you.
No, Smee.
Oh, this is where it comes up to the idea of like becoming their father.
Captain, that is
Who is Hook?
He's a pirate.
Oh, thank you.
He owns this ship. It's a big ship.
This movie came out when we were born.
Imagine Payne's post when he faced
But I remember, I felt like I watched this, like, oh, Dustin Hoffman. I feel like I've watched it as it came out. But how could I have?
When did it come out? Oh, yeah. Definitely not.
I like it.
Oh, it's that old? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, Smee, what a superb
Oh, this was from, oh my gosh, this is a new post. I thought this might have been old. This was posted on October 11th, just a few days ago. Someone is stealing Disney World. Peter Pan sails and Space Mountain seats are missing.
Wait, what? How?
I don't know. Let me skim through this. That $20,000 of items from Magic Kingdom attractions have gone missing.
Lesson 1. Why
Materials attendant during inventory at the storage shed behind Test Track Ride at Epcot noticed that a set of sails from Peter Pan's flight were missing. Later that afternoon, he discovered 3 seats from something called a shell. Wow, so someone's stealing it from the shed.
You share your thoughts.
So I feel like that has to be like an employee then.
I said
Yeah, I would imagine.
every night because she loves
How do you steal seats? I don't know.
Loves you. Isn't that
the L word, Captain.
yes. No, child. I think your mother raised you every night in order to stupefy.
So Halloween was yesterday.
Sure.
Down for 3 measly
People have been posting pictures of their costumes online and stuff or whatever.
Why would they do that?
He took my
It's just the culture that we've
That's a weird thing
grown
to
up
do.
in.
How vain.
Have there been any that you saw that were really cool?
No. I don't think
okay.
so. And my thing is, like, at least from my perspective, I don't think, like, the internet makes a big deal of Halloween, but I don't think it ever exists in real life. I've never seen anyone, hardly any people trick or treat, and they're usually done by like 7 p.m. It's like a 2-hour window of trick or treating. and it is hardly not. You have to go to like to me, it's like one street in a different like neighborhood, you know. And I honestly, I don't even think people are gonna have Halloween parties. I just don't think it exists. Like I think it's like this facade that people like hyping up because like, oh, it's my favorite holiday, but then like I don't see anyone actually do anything about it.
People are like Halloween, I'm gonna go trick or treating. All of our friends are too old for that. It's people who are going out partying and they like spooky things.
But I feel like they don't even do that very much. I just don't think it's as hype. It's like it's definitely not as big of a holiday as it appears to be on the internet. It's almost non-existent to me.
I guess, but I have like a lot of friends who are like into spooky stuff, so they're decorating everything with like skulls.
So that's crazy. I definitely don't see that very much. I saw like a house with like a decoration.
Or no, it's like inside their house a lot of times.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting. I haven't. Definitely don't. No, I don't really see that much myself. So that's what I'm saying.
Like
my perspective, it's just like nah.
Yeah, it's more like the spirit of it.
Yeah, I can see like cosplayers, getting into it more because it's like I'm gonna make a costume and they're like
It's funny because no cosplayer I know really dressed up for Halloween.
But it seems like you just like go as one of your cosplays, you know? It's like
it's different, and like weird. I get it. It's just like because it's like it's for like you said, it's like a 2-hour window or whatever, but you're not gonna go all out for that, you know.
Well, I used to go and ride my bike around. And for context, I had lights and music on my bike for anyone listening. And so I'd ride that around and impress the kids. I did that 2 years in a row. That was fun, I guess.
You should have thrown candy at people.
That's a pretty good idea. Just like rode up real fast and just pelted it at them and like as like a drive-by. It'd be pretty good. Like, what's the hardest candy you could think of?
Or like individual Whoppers.
No. I was thinking Jolly Ranchers. Those are hard as rocks. Just welt kids.
Well, okay, I take back.
Well, that's really great. And as they're clapping, I just pelt them in the face.
Well, I was gonna say, like, if you do end up doing something like Whoppers, do Maltesers because those are way better.
Right, so I should do Whoppers.
No.
Why would I give them that? I'll eat the Maltesers.
You have to throw it in their mouths.
And they're like, oh, thanks for the malt. Oh no, this is a Whopper. I don't.
Yeah, you're like Santa, but for Halloween.
Yeah. I don't like a lot of holidays because all this build up, and then the day after, people are just like, I'm done with it. And I hate that so much. I hate it so much.
Well, it's like the build up is part of it.
But I want to wind down. My rule is the earlier the rate at which you set up, that's the rate at which you must break down. So if you set up your Halloween stuff now, you got to leave it up for 2 months. I mean, sorry, if you so this is day after Halloween. If you start setting up Christmas stuff, you got to wait 2 months to take your Christmas stuff down.
I see.
That's what I propose, and that's what I demand. So the people who'd set up the day before, sure, okay, you could take it down the next day. You didn't seem to care much. But I hate the like, we're building up, and then the clock strikes 12:01 midnight, and then you're like, all right, take it all down. And I'm going back to work tomorrow. I find it very jarring and disappointing, and it makes me sad.
Didn't know any better.
That would be very. I guess so.
What in nature has such a sharp waterfall cliff where it's just like, it's over? You know, it should be a gentle.
Other than a waterfall cliff.
Other than a waterfall, it should be a gentle slope down. It's a season of event. That should be in the day of the thing should be in the middle of the season, not the end of it.
Yeah, you know what? I stand by this.
It should be a bell curve. Your hype should bell curve up and be like, wow, that was Christmas Day was great, and you should bell curve down.
Yeah, no, I'll take it. I get it.
And now all's well.
Yeah, like the 15th of every month, but then 1 through 15 or 1 through 14, I guess, is build up.
Yeah.
16 through 30, 31st is wind down.
Well, it doesn't have to be the middle of the month, but yes, if you place it in the middle of the month, that's what it would look like.
But I think it would be great if it was in the middle of the month.
And the whole month is dedicated to that event rather than the specific day. Yeah. That would be cool, yeah.
Like, why the heck not?
He likes clocks so much.
He doesn't like clocks.
Then why would you keep so many of them?
It's like the spinning wheel in Maleficent or in Sleeping Beauty.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The spinning wheel.
What's a wheel?
A spinning wheel.
Why is it? That's what wheels do, yes.
Yeah, but they put it all in one place so she wouldn't touch it. But then she found the place that they put it, and so she touched it.
I don't understand. What did she touch?
The spinning wheel. She touched the needle on the spinning wheel.
Why'd she do that?
Because it made her sleepy.
Why would anyone do that? Why would anyone go, this is sharp, I'm going to touch it?
To go to sleep now.
Oh, she was like, it's 4 a.m. I wish I could just sleep.
Yeah, it's like, it's time to take my melatonin.
Yeah.
And then
I'm really having a hard time. I'm just going to do this.
Yeah, I got a spinning wheel. A really hard time of,
Father who's never there.
of sleeping. That's a story of Sleeping Beauty.
For a father who didn't save you on the ship.
BT dubs.
Who couldn't.
He's brainwashing the kid.
Oh no, he cried.
He's like, your father didn't want to save you. And he's like, why didn't he save me?
I think that's exactly what's happening.
I know how this movie works. So Netflix is proposing like a fast forward feature, and a bunch of people in the industry are mad, and I think they're dumb because honestly, I skipped through this movie at like a bajillion FPS, and I understood everything about this movie. And so a fast forward feature is awesome.
I can see if people are like, but the artistry and blah blah blah.
But you don't get to decide how I want to consume art.
Yeah.
Yes, it'll ruin the cinematography of it, but not necessarily the method of the storytelling, but it won't ruin the story itself. But that's not for you to make that decision for me.
It would be nice because, like, if you watched it once on normal speed, but you want to watch it again on not normal speed, like, that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, I'm not... Like I said, I skipped through it. I got the gist of it. I knew that he was like a bad father, and he just have... Oh, look at baseball game.
Baseball.
Well, I was wondering how they knew what baseball was, and I was confused. And I was like, what a weird, twisted world this is. But I think the kid told them how to play baseball.
Yeah, the kid taught him.
I just realized that. I would like to buy a car. I don't do like that. Eric Andre.
Oh.
Where he was on the shoulders of someone else. He's like, I would like to buy an automobile. And the guy's like, open your coat. He's like, I will not.
It'll make you then you crow like Pan.
Confounded Drusilla Glover.
This movie, you know what? This movie doesn't... It looks as old as, like, The Pacifier.
I need my bubbly.
As The Pacifier? The Pacifier is newer.
I know,
So
but
you're saying
like,
you're complimenting it.
Yeah, like it's. I know it's old and it feels old, but like the colors are pretty bright.
Well, yeah, when there's no real special effects.
Yeah. So take that, Pacifier.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It has that like it's kind of like glowy.
Yeah.
It's like when you need to it's like when you need to clean your phone lens.
All right.
It's like that's
this podcast.
It's like you know how your phone is always dirty for some reason. You take photos. It's like that.
I don't know why my phone is always dirty.
Why are you touching the lens so much?
I don't know.
I mean,
I
feel like mine's probably dirty all the time too, but I always clean before I take a photo.
Okay, but what if this is all okay?
It probably all is a dream because people can't fly.
But do you remember? Did he ever get? You remember in Flubber when he got hit in the head?
Yeah. Oh, this is what happens.
Yeah. So if he's
he
dying,
didn't but no, Robert Williams didn't get hit in the head with a bowling ball.
He got hit by a flubber. Anyways, he got injured, and this is him dying.
I don't remember. I don't think he did, but that would be great if he did. Oh, I didn't know we could... hold on. I didn't know they could use guns.
We're playing this game according to Master
What do you mean?
rules. Bad form.
Bad form.
Resume the game.
They're
Very
pirates.
violent sport, isn't it, baseball?
They can do
Bad
whatever they
form. As a kid, if I was like, let's play baseball, and someone died because of me, I'd probably start crying. I didn't know. This is good. He has his own cheering section.
Yeah, this is everything he's ever
Yeah, why would he ever? Yeah, this is the best private baseball stadium made for him. Why is Captain Hook like the mayor of this town?
Because he's the big pirate boss man.
Yeah, a pirate. This is like a city.
Yes. It's a pirate city.
Oh.
City of pirate.
How's that work? You know what? This reminds me of that game with pirates.
Baseball game? Red Dead Redemption.
Yes. I wonder if you could play baseball in that.
Why can't you?
How did he do that? Is he magic?
Ball. No, he's just really good at baseball.
He's like a prodigy, baseball prodigy.
Yeah, and Peter Pan never knew.
Blackjack.
He was just like this whole time.
You think if you're like a kid and you could hit like home, like you could just slam baseballs, you think you could work to be hired by the MLB? Like, do you think you could?
Kid?
Yeah, like you're just like some guy pitches like a 100 mile per hour fastball and I slam it, right? And I'm like 7. You think I could play for the professional?
I feel like you can't because of like child labor laws.
But I mean, the games are only like a few hours long.
Oh, I guess so, huh? I guess because of your talents, it would be only a few hours long.
Yeah, you're like, I don't even. I mean, what if you're just like that good? Like, what's?
Hold
I mean,
on,
like,
let me check
yeah, like
can
what's
a minor
MLB?
play?
Is it MLB?
MLB.
Major League. A lot of sports start with B. Is MLB baseball or basketball?
I'm a bit like a professional baseball. Thank you, Google, for listening. Technically, you can't.
Oh, what the hell? Why not? I'm slamming those baseballs.
Hold on. Wait, this isn't the question.
What is that?
I don't want to play in the minors. What if I'm a minor that wants to play?
What? Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought that was someone's. Like Google like a forum. Like I don't want to play in the minors. I'm a minor who wants to play.
No, I'm trying to search this, but I don't know how.
Yeah.
Let me try a different basketball because there's no minor basketball, right? Minimum age for pro basketball.
Okay, minimum age. Okay, here it is. How young is too young to play professional sports? Pro sports leagues start around the age limit for participants. The NFL requires age to be at least 3 years removed from high school, usually 21 or 20. The NBA requires 19. The NHL minimum 18. Major League Baseball has an 18-year-old minimum for U.S. players and 17 for international players. Wow, that's crazy, though. If you were actually 18 and you got recruited.
Yeah, whoa, what a dream.
Yeah, but also, like, that'd be just so silly. You're like, all right, bye high school, and then you're, like, playing Major League.
I feel like you would get picked on for being so young.
Yeah, everyone, all the other players at lunch wouldn't want to hang out with you.
You know what I mean. Don't you?
Yeah, no. You mean like the media? The media would pick on you?
No, just everyone. No, even like your teammates. They'll be like, oh, why? What makes you think you're special?
And then you just slam a baseball, and they're like, whoa. You know what I would do? Is someone would be like, what makes you so good? And I would pick up a baseball and bite into it like an apple.
And then you'd be like, Iron Chef, and then you would start kicking.
Yeah. We still got like 20 more minutes in this movie. It's crazy that there's so much of this movie with Hook in it. It's not crazy because this is the movie. This is the movie that everyone wants.
That's true.
Look at this bad terrorist man attacking this guy's boat. He did nothing wrong. Just because he can fly, he thinks he's better than everyone else.
Does that mean you cut out the food fight part?
Yeah, well, yeah, because Hook's not there.
Yeah, huh, dang, that's like the best part.
Yeah.
I guess everything comes with sacrifices.
Yeah. I was gonna leave in a Rufio part and I went, nope, stick to my guns. That's not. We're not watching Rufio.
We will never meet Rufio in other hits.
But we don't know that, Tim.
Yeah, he just looks like an extra.
Just looks like Terrace to me, to be honest.
It's just so funny that in this version we've never met Rufio. It's like when you play games with multiple branches.
Oh yeah, and you could just like kill someone by accident in the beginning.
Yeah, like bypass. Yeah.
What game was it that we were playing? And then someone was like, "Did you let them die?" And I was like, "I didn't know you had a choice not to."
Probably like Detroit or something like that.
Yeah, Detroit or Mass Effect or something like that. And I was like, I didn't know it was optional. So like a whole character was missing from the I thought it was a scripted death.
That is a big boat. It's basic. You're right. It's basically. It's like
It's almost a cruise ship.
What is the mortal machine? That's not the. What is the?
I don't know. What are you saying?
It's like the city, but it's a boat. I mean, it's a machine that drives through, and then she had a scar on her face. And
Mortal Engines.
Yes, Mortal Engines.
Oh, Mortal Engines, but ocean version. Waterworld meets Mortal Engines.
Waterworld meets Mortal Engines meets Peter Pan meets Treasure Planet.
Okay, this gun that they have has a chicken on top, as if the chicken's gonna lay more than one egg a day, as if that's useful somehow.
Maybe it's like a magic chicken.
Even so, I'd be like, good, fine, shoot eggs at me. That's not gonna hurt. As I stab them with the sword. I would just walk right up to them with that chicken gun.
What about Smee? What about Smee? Smee. What about me?
Oh, they're like blinding them with the reflection. I guess that's somewhat smart. Why is he so flexible? Why would that do anything?
He's a cannonball.
What is this? What weapons do they have now? Are these tomatoes? I guess that's pretty disorientating. None of this seems... okay, he's just doing the same thing. He only has that one trick.
It's just interesting because all of the hook scenes are just chaos.
Yeah. I mean, when you're just trying to run your village and little kids are attacking you, that's pretty much the definition of chaos.
I guess that's true.
He's just trying to be a good mayor, man. So what gun is this?
Like a lizard gun.
Oh, it shoots... Wow, 4-directional super soaker. Why did they sell that in stores?
Yeah, it's basically like a 7-Eleven on his shoulders.
Why? Like, I want a 7-Eleven on my shoulders.
Right? Man, the 7-Eleven at my old work, the guy there, he was so funny. Like, not like funny haha, but he was just like a pleasant guy that I always just like really liked seeing when I walked over to that 7-Eleven. And one time some guy came in and he interrupted me. Hold on. And then he interrupted me while I was trying to pay for my chips or whatever. And then the guy was like, let me use the bathroom. And then the guy was like, okay, but he didn't grab the key. And he walked to the bathroom. And then the cashier looked at me and he goes, he'll be back. And it was like the funniest thing.
But what if he didn't?
It's mysterious.
He just was letting you know, I'm going to use the bathroom whether you want me or not.
Oh, no.
Why is Peter Pan trying to still hooks kids?
Oh, no. Why is Hook so adamant about keeping those kids?
They're his kids.
Why is Hook so adamant about keeping his kids?
Yeah, why do parents want to keep their kids for some reason?
Hey, guess what today is?
November 1st.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's Hello Kitty's birthday.
Oh.
That's all.
Free Hong Kong kitty.
What?
The free Hong
HK?
Kong kitty. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Someone was saying they're like, if you really want to get, because you know how like they banned Winnie the Pooh,
Yeah.
and they're like also using May from Overwatch as like a symbol for Hong Kong. But someone was like, if you really want to get at them, use Hello Kitty, because there's like some of the economy is like dependent on Hello Kitty because it's so popular there. And I went, that's really smart, because if you could convert Hello Kitty to an icon for Hong Kong, what are you gonna do now? You can't ban. It's so. It's funny that there's that much stuff about Hello Kitty there. It's like that's like their version of Mickey Mouse, essentially.
Yeah, freaking I love Sanrio stuff. It's my favorite.
Who's this kid that just died?
I don't know. I guess in this universe we'll never know.
He seems significant, even though we've never met him before.
Yeah, it's interesting. I met this guy.
Oh, in real life?
Yeah. I'm like connected. I'm like 2 degrees.
How?
away
He
from this
died
guy.
in 1991.
In only in my dreams am I 2 degrees? How does that work?
Oh,
I know someone that knows him.
Oh, okay. That kid looks really bad in that wig. He should rethink that look.
It's his cosplay. Don't shame.
I had a dream about a video game. In my mind, it's that thing. I hate it so much. I had this dream, and I was like, oh, I'm going to remember it to tell everyone. And it was so crazy. And then I woke up and went, I played a video game, and it was cool. You know, like it's not as, I don't know how to convey how crazy it was. But in my mind, it was a game where it was first person, and you were like, kind of like, I guess somewhat on I'm not sure if it was an island per se. I think I remember it being an island. So like you start off in a house and you walk outside, and you're just doing like, the game is like basic chores sort of. It's supposed to be like a first person version of like Stardew Valley in a way. It's like relaxing, whatever. But then I found, I walked like really far, like somehow like further than you're supposed to go. And then like these alien monsters appeared and started attacking me. And it was like, really cryptic. I remember being like, "Oh, this is crazy," and like it was just like, "That's it."
I know.
In the dream, I was like, what is this? It's I broke the game." You know, it was like, I don't know. Yeah, but it's in real life. It's like sounds like the developers put in like enemies. So I don't know. I hate that. It's never that cool.
Yeah, I guess I couldn't. If you told me that, I'd be like, I don't know. I can't make your game, sir. Please get out of my office.
Oh yeah, well, it's like either like an Easter egg, or it's one of those games where like the real purpose of the game is like you got to figure out how to activate this thing, and then it's like, oh, this is the game. But I remember it was like somewhat lucid, so I remember like there was like a jumping puzzle I was doing that was cool, and I was like fighting all these alien things, and like I was like way outside where I was supposed to be in the map, because I went down like this river. I was like, I figured out if you jump over this rock, you can get into this river, and it goes so straight for a long time. And when you go straight for a long time, then you activate like this again, like cryptic sequence that's like you're not supposed to do that because it's not part of the game. But in a way, though, I was thinking that would be a cool thing to build a game on. Like, what if you built a full-on game that was supposed to be played one way, and then you had an Easter like secret thing where the game is played completely different, and you could play it the first way forever, and that's the real game, you know. But it's not, you know. It's like you can never find, if you never found that other sequence, that's still valid a way to play the game.
Yeah, it's basically 2 games in one, but like a shared universe sort of situation. That'd be interesting. You know what? I don't know if this makes sense to you. What I've always wanted was a completely reboot of, like a remake reboot of Final Fantasy VIII. But there's an antagonist character that, like, he starts off with hanging out with you, and then he becomes bad, basically. And then there's like the main group, and I've always wanted to see the stuff that he went through before he went bad. And so you would play, like, some chapters would be like his story, some chapters would be like the main character's story, and then eventually they'll meet. That's what I was like. Yeah.
I don't remember that character.
Did you play 8?
I played like halfway through 8.
That's Cypher. He's the blonde one that gives Squall his scar.
Yeah, I don't remember that, I guess.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
When does he do that?
At
Pretty
the very,
early on?
very beginning.
Oh.
It's like the opening sequence.
Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe I don't really remember the opening sequence.
I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe
So he has like Peter Pan like pinned, and he's like sharpening his hook or something on that thing. It would just be grinding away the metal. It'd be all flat on one side.
Maybe that's like, it hurts more though.
I don't know. Which makes it sharper, I guess. It's all thin.
Oh, I was going to say it hurts more because it's duller.
Oh, I see.
Like hacking away at someone with a dull sword sounds like it would hurt real bad.
But I'd want a sharp one so it pierces their skin better.
But I feel like that's like, what would hurt more though?
Hook could just grab it and stab him right now. Oh yeah, like he kind of did that.
Like,
Bad
no.
form. This isn't baseball, kid. Learn your
Isn't life just baseball?
One long baseball game. You think that was really Robin Williams doing that flip?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
It'd be so cool.
What if he was just like a man of very different talents?
I mean,
he is, but
yeah, this was almost
but like even more
30 years ago. Maybe he could do a backflip back then. Unlike he can't do one today.
But like more and extra. Like,
wait, is the wig
maybe
built into the hat? I guess that saves
wig,
you time.
You think it's a wig and hair, but it's actually just more hat.
It's like, I don't wear a wig. I just have a hat. Hold on, I have an Instagram video call. I'm swiping up.
Wait, are you saying that or is someone saying that?
Hold on.
What's happening?
Oh, there was an accident. Lame. I thought I was getting an Instagram call.
Wait, you can get a call on Instagram?
I guess so. I don't know. It was weird. Yeah, it looked like Google Duo, but Instagram.
No. Oh man,
What?
I went to my friend's place.
Hold on. Wait, what? I hear a voice. I don't see anything. What's happening? My phone is talking to me. Oh, here it is. Oh, okay. Never mind. What were you saying, Tiffany?
I went to the mall with my friend today, and I bought earrings, and I put them in my bag. But I guess somehow they fell out of the bag, and
You lost them?
They're in her car, and she lives far.
I think you lost them.
No, I would be way sadder. But,
Yeah, because I was gonna say that would suck.
no, I'm so sad. I wanted those earrings. They were really cute. They were cherries.
Oh, the movie's almost over.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, there's a clock. Oh, that's because in this, like, he killed the. I think he eventually killed the alligator. So that was like in the past.
Yes. But this is also a zombie movie.
Is it? This one I don't get. Look at, he jumps up though. He just jumps right there. Why did he do that?
Yeah, I can't even even explain.
He died. So the movie's over.
All right. I guess so.
It's kind of a crappy ending for our hero.
Yeah. Our hero who just wanted to be a good father to them kids.
Yeah, he was like teaching them, and he was encouraging them to play baseball, and then like he died because some jerk like knocked over a statue, and then he somehow for some reason jumped into it, but that was it. So that's our version of, or I mean that's not our version. That's a correct edit of Hook, where Hook is the main character because it's called Hook. Why would you name it anything else? Because if it was Peter Pan, why not just call the movie Peter Pan, or like
it's like kind of pan. It's Panish. Yeah. Pan pizza.
I only speak Panish.
Wow, what a funny person you are. That's probably like the funniest thing you've ever said.
Is it funnier than yesterday on our charity stream?
I don't even remember what was funny.
We raised $555.
I honestly don't remember
research.
Anything other than I almost died.
It was great. You guys should check that out.
I couldn't breathe.
On our Twitch stream, twitch.tv/UpDownLeftDie, we have videos up there from our charity stream. We did five charity streams to support Sam to Cancer. We raised $550. Well, technically we raised $535 doing that, and then someone donated a little bit afterwards, bumping it to $555. I have the donation still running. If you feel so encouraged to donate, udld.rock/charity. That link should always point to a charity. Right now, it should point to that one. You could donate, even if you're listening to this still. I think we'll do one more stream for them too. I didn't tell you this, Tiffany, till just now, but Andy was like, "Oh, I'd love to if you guys came back at the end or something like that." I was like, "That's a good idea." So we could do one more to like send it off. I think it ends at December 9th or something like that. So I think we'll do one more, like a wrap up stream. But yeah,
that sounds good.
That'd be cool. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, for that. Also, we're about to rate the movie how we think it works. I guess we're rating the new edit and all that stuff. I guess the reviews are slightly skewed now because you can't really apply it to the full movie. But we're gonna rate that. But before we do that, alongside of our Twitch stream, of course, go to bufferbuddies.com for more information on this podcast and pretty much anything else we do. I also want to thank Monk Turner for letting us use his song for our theme song, or at least a little snippet of it. And yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it. Just go to UpDownLeftDie.com. Go to BufferBuddies.com. Check out our Twitch stream. Follow us on Instagram. UpDownLeftDie. If you're not understanding what I'm saying, it's UpDownLeftDie. I don't know.
One word.
One word. But sort of type that in to Google or whatever.
2 words, 1 word. 4 words. Oh, are we rating?
Yeah. What's your rating?
I give this 10 out of 10 clocks.
10 out of 10 clocks. I'm going to give it all
right, here we go.
I'm going to give it 7 out of 11 7-Eleven guns. You thought I was overselling it.
Dang, all right, I'm writing this down. Hold on. Wow.
That's probably one of the most clever things I've ever come up with.
Yeah.
I think that makes up for all the times I've been late with my review. I think that I've been building up to that. All my wit went into making that one thing. I should look up what the next movie is going to be.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm going to go to bufferbuddies.com. Mm-hmm. Wow, it loads so fast. And I'm going to click on, suggest a movie. I'm going to click on that. And it's loading the Reddit. Okay, here's the thread. Well, let's see what is next. Did that one. We did that one. Not going to do that one. I'm going to not do that one. We're going to do Holes. Holes is the next movie night.
Oh, yes. I love that.
There you go. Yeah. Did we have an edit for that? I think you said something last time. Only Holes? Just digging scenes. I feel like there's not that much digging in that movie. Because they show him dig like one hole and then they just go and then they dig holes. So we'll see how that goes. That was the hardest part about editing this one, was finding like what I was doing. I didn't know up front. So I said, at first I was like going to do, what was I doing at first? No hook. And then I went, no. I was doing no Peter Pan. And that was really hard because I was like, well, what qualifies as that? But only hook was really easy. So I might have to see about that. But no, I do like the idea of no holes. But yeah, that's going to be it, you guys. Thank you guys for listening. Again, this is episode 105, which is pretty crazy. Please tell your friends and please join us. We would love to have some more people join us on here. That would be cool. But that's pretty much it.
Darg.